Hello, I'm Brigitte from Brigitte Flowers. Today I'm going to share with you how to make a martini vase arrangement. As I have a wedding coming up tomorrow and the wedding requires a couple of these vases, I thought it was maybe a fun idea to show you guys how you make one of these arrangements. So to make a martini vase, it requires from you some creativity and technique. So let's grab our flowers and our tools and start working. The first step is to prepare our floral foam that goes inside the vase. So for that I have a plastic tray and I have a floral foam that is already pre-soaked. The foam is going to be slightly higher as when we make a normal low arrangement because the tray is sinking slightly inside the vase, so we have some foam that should come over it. And the foam we're gonna fix to the tray with anchor tape. Anchor tape is a waterproof tape. So that means when the foam is wet, it doesn't get loose. And I always use a double layer because that's extra secure. And then I make another cross over it. So when I make this arrangement in a tray, because that's for my purpose easy with transport. So when I go tomorrow to set up the vases, I take the arrangement separate from the vase. So these martini vases are quite delicate, so I transport that in the correct box. And then when I'm in the venue tomorrow, I'm going to place the arrangement completely in the vase and it's perfect. So when we have our tray ready, the next step is to make a piece of, to cut a piece of this spider web that goes under the floral foam inside the vase. So I'm going to take for this a nice square bit. And the spider web is a sort of fabric, and you can use two sides. You see the inside is slightly whiter, the outside is more green. Spider web of course comes in many different colors. So we're going to place it slightly angled in, and then we take our floral foam and push it on top. So as you see, you don't see anything from the tray, and you see it makes a nice cover inside the martini vase. So now we have our basic foam and arrangement done, and we're going to start filling it in with greenery first, and then we add in the flowers. The next step is to create a base from greenery. So I'm going to use some olive green, and you see it has some really cute little olives on it as well. And then I have also a nice mix with some eucalyptus, and I have some amaranthus. And you see the amaranthus is really nice because that will drape all the way down. So when you start making your base, you will have to think about the shape that you will make. So my arrangement will have a slightly cascading effect, not too high. But you can also make an arrangement that slightly goes up in the martini vase. So up to your creativity is how you make the shape. So as you saw, I placed this olive green all in different levels. So some of them are sticking out a bit more, some of them are shorter, and I had some really nice cascading bits. And of course, very important it is to keep turning your arrangement, so your arrangement will be round from all angles. If you don't do that, and you always work from one side, placed from the other side, it might get flat. So yeah. Keep turning is very important. And now I have a little bit of eucalyptus, what is great for the fragrance. And also because the bride from tomorrow's wedding is from the south of France, so she was hoping to have some flowers and some greeneries that would represent her home country. So then we also have some lovely amaranthus, and the amaranthus that I have is cascading. The amaranthus also comes in another variety, and that's an upwards going. but this one looks very nice in this kind of arrangement because it gives it a very natural effect. And you can place them again in different angles, so you can place some bits lower, so they're cascading further down. And again, when you place them in, keep on turning your arrangement. As you see, it's nice that it goes all the way down. And it's coming out, and of course you need to keep some spaces as well for the flowers. Okay, so let's bring in some color in the arrangement. So I have here some very nice hydrangeas, and this variety is called Marsepein. And you see, you need only a couple of those to give a few nice pops of color. So for this arrangement, I use different pastel colors. So I have here those hydrangeas in lilac, and then I have some alströmerias in pink. I have some white in it as well, a bit of soft yellow, and some green roses. So when you place your hydrangeas in, always keep one hand on the ball of foam, because as we didn't fix it, because we're going to take it out to take to the arrangement to the vending, it's loose. So placing the flowers in, it might be a little bit moving. So hold with one hand the foam and then place with the other hand the flower in. And again, we can do this in different levels. We can place some roses a bit lower, and we can place some roses a bit higher. So here we have these lovely green roses. I'm gonna place a few here on the top. And it's always good again to keep on turning your arrangement, so you divide your flowers perfectly round. Especially as centerpieces. Of course, they're the center of the table, so they're being seen from all different angles. So you don't want the auntie who sits on the other side of the table to have only greens. So that's why it's important to always keep counting your flowers and make sure that they're everywhere in the arrangement. Okay, so the next flower that I'm using are some of these alströmerias. The alströmerias have quite a few leaves, so you can strip them all the way back and then replace them between the greens. Here's the final arrangement in the Martini vase. I'm sure the bride and groom and their guests will be delighted to see it tomorrow. If you think you know someone who also would love this, please share this video, and hope you enjoyed watching this. See you next time!